Welcome. Let's get into a Bitcoin update. In the last video, I talked about some bottom confirmations to look for. We have some of those confirmations having taken place. The final one I'm going to kind of cover here, and where I'm interested in looking to get aggressive on the first pullback after we take out a specific high, which would then break the bearish structure. Looking for a higher low after that. So I'm going to talk about kind of what that setup will look like when I'm going to be getting aggressive and adding to positions from lower down. So let's kind of cover all of the details here on Bitcoin for how this bottom is looking, if the bottom's already in, and what's kind of the upside target for this next major move. So before getting into all of those, quick shout out to my affiliates. This one, Bitunix, is an exchange that's allowing US customers and others that might be geo-blocked by other exchanges. They set me up with a limited time event till July 31st. So some little bonuses for making a small deposit, doing some trading volume. No KYC, no VPN needed. So check these guys out if you're not able to use other exchanges like Bybit or BingX. But I do have BingX as well as for one of my affiliates. This one, they are also set me up with an event. It ends in a few days. But you can still get in on this deposit bonus event. So check this out. You can get up to 7,100 USDT in bonus when making deposits. So check these guys out, BingX, Bitunix. This one specifically if you aren't able to access Bybit or BingX because of your location. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, things that have set up properly so far is confirming bullish divergence, so bounce of power, confirmed, crossed up into the green on our bounce of power. So this often marks a bottom. It has on our previous pullbacks when we're looking for a bottom to be in after a sweep on a significant level. So we swept the lows of the consolidation right here, sweeping those lows, and then just like all these other times, looking for a confirmation to show that our bottom is already in. So just putting in these sweeps from these previous pullbacks throughout this uptrend. So we have the sweeps on all of these lows, this sweep right here, this one with a bullish divergence on the bounce of power and now crossing up into the green on bounce of power. Momentum is coming to the upside. So we are looking good. And another thing to look at is, have we reclaimed critical EMAs? So we reclaimed the 200 on the daily, which is great. We tested it something like 6-7 times and then broke over, closed on this candle, which also coincided with closing over the hourly. So we reclaimed those EMAs. Today we're kind of getting over that 4 hour. So things are starting to look really good for confirming that the bottom is in before our next major move to the upside for a full trend continuation. The thing to look for at this point is a break in the structure to the upside. So we want to see that the high before the final push to the downside is broken, and then we look for a higher low after that. So similar to over here, this high that caused the final push to the downside there, broke into the upside, and then we pull back and then follow through. So that's what I want to see happen here. And hopefully there is a pullback to then get a decent entry, and with the idea that just assuming the bottom is in at that point. So let's say that we break it, price ends up in this range, we pull back 50% or so. So looking for an entry around that 58,000 area. So you could do it however you want. You can look for a lower time frame bullish divergence on a pullback. You can do something like looking for this to be retested. So we break above that level, retest it, retesting the 200 EMA and the hourly 200 EMA in the process. So you can look for a pullback buy, assuming the bottom is in at the time, and then look for that full trend continuation move towards 85K, 90K, 100K for that next major trending move, right? So let's go out to the weekly time frame. So we have bounce of power on weekly also going to the upside, probably another week of maintaining this area, and then we get into the green again. But let's take a look at some of these other moves that we've seen out of this type of consolidation. So most kind of appropriate would be a similar consolidation like this one, where we have a nice follow through move to the upside. We could go to here, see kind of what a logical target could be out of this range, and it would lead to around 100K, 100K plus. So that's kind of the anticipation here. We can look at some other of these smaller pullbacks and kind of gauge where we might end up on a follow through move out of this consolidation. So 85K, 100K, something along those lines. And if we want to really stretch things, we can look at this entire move out of this 3-wave consolidation here. Like what we're seeing right now, it's a 3-wave pullback. So as high as 160, but anywhere from 85 to 160, just looking for that next major trending move. And then we can look, once we get there, at the signs, see if there's any strong bearish divergence building up, kind of get ready for the topping process once we get up there. So it's too early to tell how high this move will go, but when things kind of get up there, we can start looking for signs that things are slowing down, and then structure shifts, looking for a break to the downside in the major structure. So we can start thinking about a top, but not yet. So looking for this to continue higher. I do think the bottom's already in, based on the current factors that are available, but looking for this to change structure, because first, to change any trend, to reverse a trend, you do need to change structure first. So looking for that to then no longer create a lower high, so we break that high there, and then a higher low and a higher high. That's a full change in the structure. So that's what I'm looking for. That's kind of what to watch out for. And for me, it's time to get aggressive, add to positions from lower down once we have broken that, and then get a pullback. So if we don't get a pullback there, I'm going to be looking for resets on indicators, maybe a little higher up, but hopefully we break it, pull back, reset on indicators, retest some EMAs, and look for that next trending move. So that's the idea. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.